99X. It's Barnes and Leslie. We are your Morning X. Have some more sleaze coming up in just a bit.
Barnes, have I got some sweet deals for you and everyone else. Go to sweetdeals.com/Atlanta. A little entertainment for you. Ober Mountain. How about half off tickets? This is incredible when you really look at these deals. We're talking half off. Also, you can enter to win a $100 Amazon gift card, which I personally think is the greatest gift ever because then anyone can get anything they want. Also, Party City, Macy's, JCPenney, Golf Galaxy, Halloween costumes, 90% off at HalloweenCostumes.com. Those are just a few of the offers. And let me tell you, there are hundreds of them. SweetDeals.com/Atlanta. I'd check it every day if I were you.
I always remember the half off stamps. When those are, and people say, when do you use stamps? Because there's sometimes you have to use them. Why not get them half off? As ridiculous as the postage has become.
Well, what about all the Christmas cards coming up?
I know.
Come on.
Digitally do that. That's lame, right?
No, I send out like 150 cards.
Got a Barnes Tech Corner for you. You're always up for that, right?
I love the Tech Corner.
I'm going to talk about something I never talk about. Apple failing.
No, you're not.
Apple failing.
Stop the show.
Because I'm a fanboy. Although they announced last week a new iPad mini that will be available in stores this Wednesday. It'll support Apple Intelligence. That's the new AI program that'll be rolling out supposedly here real soon. They saw their strongest growth in the iPad segment in the fiscal third quarter, up 24% year over year.
I just bought an iPad.
Did you? Did you get a mini?
No, I didn't get a mini.
Oh, because this new mini is $499. But I want to talk about something rare, and that's the failures. These were things that Apple abandoned, and I don't remember half of them.
You mean they launched it and they didn't work, so they're like, bye-bye?
It didn't work with the people, which these days, and there's two of them that are fairly recent. I don't remember this, the Newton message pad. Do you remember this?
No. What was
93,
that?
It was Apple's first attempt at the PDA. Remember when that was a thing with the little stick?
Mm-hmm.
You had the
I
little.
never used those. Yeah.
You weren't like on the, what was that one, that a Theo or a Trio? A Trio.
They still have that with the iPad, though.
Right, but this was that teeny little stick and you stuck it down in there. And it introduced the concept of handwriting recognition, but it was discontinued in 98 because it just cost too much and the performance wasn't there yet. But think about how ahead of the time they were. In 93?
Well, they're always ahead. I will give them that. They're always ahead of the time.
Another one I don't remember, 96, the Apple Pippin. The game console.
Pippin?
It was a multimedia platform intended to merge gaming with computing, and it failed because it was way too expensive and the market reception was awful. It sold fewer than 50,000 units, and then it was discontinued.
Wait, no, the last two things you have mentioned, it's been because they were too expensive.
Right, but
shouldn't
think
that tell them something?
Early 90s, they were so far ahead. Now, going into the 2000s, 2006, Apple iPod Hi-Fi. This was, think about it. That was way ahead for the home speaker system, and it was designed to complement the iPod. Huge hype. And then it was discontinued just over a year later for lackluster sales because all the other companies started coming out with those other speaker systems.
And surely they test marketed this stuff, right? They had to have.
You would think. 2006, this one got a ton of talk. These are Apple failures that they abandoned. There's 6 of them. Apple AirPower. And that was announced in 2017, and this thing was everywhere. It was a wireless charging mat designed to charge multiple Apple devices simultaneously.
Why didn't that work?
Well, it didn't even make it out. It was canceled in 2019 because of engineering challenges. And the biggest one was that it was overheating.
See, I would have liked that.
Oh, yeah. You would just throw your device on this mat and be good to go. And the last two, this one I was disappointed in because I was all over it. Project Titan. Do you know what that is?
I remember Lanny talking about that.
The Apple car. That was their EV. They stole some of the Tesla people, spent almost 10 years on this thing. And it was going to be the self-driving, all the, everything, almost like Tesla, but better.
Stay with what you know.
And then there was, they just abandoned after almost 10 years of work. I'd love to see how far they got, just see it.
I do like the name Titan.
The pictures they had were very space-aged looking. And the last one, this one escaped me back to the 90s, was in 94. Another one I don't remember, and I was all in on Apple, even in the 90s, was the Apple Quick Take camera. That was one of the first digital cameras.
I don't remember that either.
Well, it was super basic. It had limited features, and then all of a sudden, it's almost like Apple was a test ground. Everyone else started making the cameras with way more features besides just literally being digital and snap and you have an image. And so they discontinued.
I'm kind of surprised they went off the path to do those kind of things. I get it, but yeah.
I used to sit at that Apple in Linux when it was really tiny, when I'd go in to get something fixed in the 90s, and I would be like, hey, dude, I remember my guy, John DePamphilo. I'd say, John, why is there not a phone?
And he would be like, huh?
Well, he was like, hey, I heard they're working on one. This was mid-90s, and it didn't come out to what, 01? Maybe? Early 2000s. Did you ever have an iPhone?
Yes. Remember people wrapped around the block to get one? I remember when I was living in New York. Yeah, I had an iPhone forever.
You did?
Yeah.
I was number one in line for iPhone 1. That's how much of a geek and a fanboy of it I am. Anyway, I thought you would enjoy that. Failures.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever been disappointed with any of your Apple products? Because you and my husband are the Apple guys.
The only one that I took back or sold was the Apple Watch. I just don't wear watches.
You're not a watch guy. I know.
It's too redundant. I'll just look at my phone.
I don't want to look at my email on a watch.
I'm going to be squinting, trying to read, I try to do everything. I try to cut videos on that thing. That's too small. Other than that.
I'm with you.
I don't think so. What about him? Has he taken anything back?
He never did the watch.
Yeah,
no,
watch.
He's like, a disciple like you.
Yeah, a disciple. I love that. And you, of all people to stay away from it, kind of shocks me, Androider. Barnes Tech Corner. 6 Apple products that were abandoned.
Bye-bye.
We've got sleaze coming up. This is the Morning X. It is 99X.